I like that where you brought up like with strength, right? Because, I do think about, obviously you have this kind of physical representation of strength, but when the Stoics talk about strength, to me, it most often means mental strength. Like, and that does tend to make sense to me too. Like, of course, just to take an extreme example, you have these images of Marcus Aurelius as this bodybuilder on YouTube, but like, if you know what he looks like, that's not accurate. But yet he was a strong individual. He had strength about him. So I do think that this idea of strength, at least the way the Stoics talk about it, does come from a mental strength, a mental resilience. And I know, but I do understand that obviously, in the maybe modern representation of that going to the gym, getting buff, that does take mental just discipline. That does take mental resiliency to achieve these things. But to me, it just comes down, and maybe kind of like what Benny was saying, I'll just echo that a little bit, is like, it just seems to be like they're just skipping a lot. They're missing a lot.